Hello and welcome back. As we have seen in the previous lesson, we have gone through the steps of setting up our environment. In today's lesson, we are going to see how we are going to build our application on top of the platform that we have set up. So let us assume that we are running a shop, and this shop manages some inventory. We want to provide a web service API which people can invoke and be able to tell how much inventory is in our shop. I don't know whether that is a practical use case, but we are going to have some inventory in our system which is going to be availed through a web service API. So let us then define our inventory, which I am going to define as an array of objects. So let us call it stock. Then it's an array, and this array is going to contain objects which are our stock items. So let us say the first item is sandwich bread, and in our inventory we have, say, 70 pieces of sandwich bread. Then we have let's just copy that. The next one we have, say, rice 5 kg. Let's assume we have 350 packages. The next one is wheat flour 2 kgs, and say we have 600 units in our stock. The next one is milk 1 liter. Let us say we have 870 units. And finally we have sunflower oil 3 liters, and we have 400 units. 400 units. Now this is our inventory. Obviously, in a real application, you would have this inventory being read out of a database, and in as part of this series, I will show you how we can pick this inventory from a database as opposed to just hard coding it inside your code. So this is our inventory, and this is what we want when somebody comes and invokes our web service. We want to return this as a JSON payload so that the person can use it in their application, or they can integrate with whatever solution that they are building. So how do we do that? Now we are still going to use our app, which is the Express app that we declared up there, and what we are going to say is app dot remember, in HTTP we have 4 main methods. We have the get, we have the post, we have the put, and we have the delete. So in our case here, I want us to start with the get method. So this is the this shows that our web service is going to be invoked using the get method, and we need to say what is the endpoint. And so say my endpoint is /API/ say inventory, or whatever you would like to name it. So if someone invokes makes a get call to this endpoint, then we are going to return these inventory items in the web service response. Now, this get function, app.get function, also takes in a callback function, and this callback function has two arguments, a request and a response. The normal request and response in HTTP. So we create our callback function there. Now, inside this function is where we are going to put the logic of what is being picked and returned to the caller or the person invoking our API. So what we're going to say for now is very simple. We will just say response, because we have received a request, which is what comes in the request argument. But now we are processing the response. So we're going to say response.send. And what do we want to send? We would like to send our stock. Okay. Now, as simple as that, our stock is an array of JSON objects and is what we are returning. So this is all we need for us to return our stock in the web service. So our application is running, as we have seen. Every time we save, we get it restarted. And so now we would like to test what do we get when we invoke our API, the get method. So you can do that on the browser. So I go to, that is the endpoint, because we have the local host 3005 is where application is listening to, and then /API/inventory is the endpoint that we have defined. So if we invoke that, voila, we get the result is actually the object that we have returned. So that is how you can create a very simple REST web service API that just returns a JSON payload. In subsequent lessons, we are going to look at other HTTP methods, but also we are going to improve this solution of ours so that it becomes closer to a real-world application. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you like this tutorial, and please subscribe so that you can be notified when I upload another tutorial so that you can follow along. Thank you very much.